Hi everyone, Jacqueline here. So today we are going to prune back all the petunias along my border here. Now I did come through here and I did some cleaning earlier. I took out all the zinnias and the wallflowers in here because they just weren't doing anything that I liked. I didn't like the look of it. It looked weedy. But these magenta wave petunias are real spreaders here. So they don't grow up, they grow out and they spread like they did in the container. So not only do we prune our containers back, but we also need to prune our annuals in our flower beds, because I will show you up close what happens with these annuals when they start spreading and they start getting kind of, what's the word I want to use? They kind of stretch out is what they do. And they stretch out so much that they aren't as profuse with flowers. So we're going to take them down a bit and reel them back in a bit by cutting them back. And then we're going to give them a good feeding to increase them to go more upright rather than spread, and to get another set of blooms off of them. But they have been pretty impressive in here. It's just that I prefer them more upright like the white ones were last year versus more of a wide spreading ground level petunia. So let's get started, and we're going to start at the worst end here. Now I did water these, so they are wet right now. So, but we're going to come back through and fertilize anyhow, so that is okay. And they're in here amongst all the ground cover phlox. You'll see are in between them, which is perfect for spring color. So let's give these a quick prune. I consider this an invigorating prune that they need to perk them up. It's a midsummer prune and it's definitely long overdue. So we're going to start right here at this end, and I'll show you what I mean by how these plants spread. They kind of been throttled to the ground with being watered, but I'll show you what we're seeing here with these. So if we look at these here, you can see how they spread, and they're long pieces like this. And if I pull this all up here, you can see this is all one plant. So we need to cut it back, and we cut it back fairly hard. So we're taking quite a bit off of this, just to bring it back and get another set of blooms off of it. So I'm going to go through here and give it a cut. We also want to keep it within the bed. I don't want it crawling out onto the lawn because it's just going to get mowed with the lawnmower. So I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to pick up these stems that are extending out and give them a cut. And it's going to seem kind of drastic here, but it has to be done. And then any weeds that get in there and get underneath them, we can take those out too. So you can see what a difference that has made now. It's more contained and much smaller. So let's do the rest. This is all part of the process of having annuals. You can let me know in the comments if you prune your annuals back in your flower beds or if you just do your containers and leave these to go. I consider them kind of going rogue here. I find they get underneath other plants in the bed. And of course grass gets into them. I just pick up the stems like this and see how far they've extended out. And that's much better just at that size. because they will perk back. And then I just go underneath them and look for weeds as well that get in here and get away from you. And anything else you see. See, really long, the stems are extremely long here, you can see. This is one job I've been wanting to get done because it's long overdue. Look at that, how long that is. And I missed a wall plant, so we're just going to take that out. All right, so I got a whole container full of them. They really needed a haircut bad. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come through and we're going to go through and we're going to cultivate this whole bed and loosen up the soil, and then we will fertilize. What I'm going to use to fertilize is I'm going to use my Miracle Grow, the all-purpose one. It's perfect for petunias. They love it, and the nitrogen will give it some nice growth. So I'm going to use about a scoopful, a heaping spoonful, and I put it here. We're just going to get it on the foliage. That's all we want to do. So I filled this up really, really full. You can see here. I'm just going to go along and I'm going to get the foliage all wet, because it will take in the nutrients from the fertilizer through the foliage. So if you have annuals, particularly petunias, in flower beds, now's the time to prune them back, give them a good haircut, give them some food, and you should get another really nice set of blooms, and they should spread out again. I'm just going to quickly show you the driveway pots are bouncing back after their prune. It's very symmetrical now, and they're really taking off again. And a little bit of deadheading will also help, and keep feeding them every time you water them. So these ones get fertilized about once a week. And that was the first time I fertilized the petunias along the front entrance there. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.